Hi. So in this video, I'll show you how you can get started by making TF records data for your custom TF records data, making for your own data sets. So making TF records data, there are two options. Either you want to obtain a labeled data set or you have an unlabeled data set. So for labeled dataset and unlabeled datasets, there will be two videos. In this part of the video, I'll show how you can get started with the labeled dataset. But before we dive in, just get a little introduction about what are TF records datasets. So TF records datasets are binary serialized data format. Why binary serialized data format? Because binary serialized data format expedites your computation and workflow. For any processing unit, if you are working on GPUs, you can obtain a speed boost of at least 60 to 70%. If you are working on TPUs, that's a speed boost of about 12 to 20 times. So there's a speed boost of 12 to 20 times if you are working on TPUs, and that's the only purpose. If you are using NumPy arrays to feed into TPUs, that is a sheer wastage of TPUs. Then GPUs would be a better choice. However, if you really want to expedite and your workflow, then you must use TF records along with TPUs. However, using TPUs is quite troublesome setting up and initializing, as well as there are not TF records. Making TF records datasets are not readily available, as well as making of TF records data is quite troublesome. As far as my experience is concerned, there's a lot of searching that goes behind the scenes, then a lot of hair pulling, then a lot of unnecessary head banging and whatnot. Then you finally obtain your TF records dataset, and that's a one-time solution. You need a TF record dataset for a new dataset. For your new dataset, you would have to repeat the whole process, and that's quite troublesome. So what QuickML provides is a one-liner or two-liner solution to remove all your trouble and pain. So let's get started. Let's dive in and understand how you can get started with TF records, making TF records dataset. And to make TF records dataset, please ensure that you are not wasting your TPU hours because it does not require TPU. The making of TF records is entirely CPU oriented. However, for anything apart from making of TF records, it would require you TPUs. So let us begin. I'll be working on this Google Colab. So I'll be working on Google Collaboratory Notebooks. Because Google Collaboratory Notebooks give you a disk space of 75 gigs, if you have to work on Kaggle notebooks, that you can, but for a smaller data sets, because Kaggle notebooks provide a kernel disk space of only 4.9 gigs. That is not enough for dataset creation, because TF records dataset usually consume a lot of data compared to normal datasets. But that is a good compromise given to the benefits obtained. So let's quickly name the notebook. After renaming, connect the notebook, pip install the library. Now you need to import the. Please ensure the order of imports is as follows. First, you need to import TensorFlow, then you need to import QuickML. After the successful installation of QuickML as well as the correct import, you must obtain a line which says TensorFlow imported successfully and along with the TensorFlow version. If it is not, please make sure you are using the most stable and verified version of QuickML. Now, while it is getting installed, let us obtain the dataset. So I'll be using cats and dogs dataset. The dataset is available on Kaggle as well as on Microsoft. I'll be using the Microsoft dataset for the labeled part. For unlabeled part, I'll be using the one provided by Kaggle. So click over the download button. Let's now download to our local machine. Just copy the URL. Download using wget. And it's a good practice to name the file by whatever you want to. So I will name it as cats dogs zip. After naming, you would require to unzip the cats dogs.zip folder to access the dataset. And it's a good practice to delete the zip file after you're done with the unzipping, because that's just a zipped replication of the unzipped folder, and then you're good to go. Now begins the main part of the process, that is making TF records dataset table. So it has two methods. Method 1 is entire dataset to one single TF records file. So here are two methods. Either you want to convert the entire dataset to a single TF records file, or you want to split the dataset into a particular ratio as mentioned. So whatever you do, please ensure that your dataset follows the structure which has been mentioned on the site. The site mentions the structure quite clearly. The structure is your data followed by the class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4 and n classes, or depending on any number of classes you are working on. Under the classes there should be the image files in JPEG format. If there is any deviation from this, you might get an error, or if you do not get an error, you might obtain weird results. In either of the two cases, I should not be the one to be blamed, right? So let's begin. So for converting the entire image folder to a TF records file, just do the necessary import. After importing, this is the main line of code that would fetch you the TF records file. But for that you need addresses as well as labels. So the manual process involves about 50 to 60 lines of code. You need glob as well as the shuffling of addresses and whatnot. So however, this does quite quickly and efficiently. So all you need to do is go over here, copy this line of code, paste it over here, mention the data directory, that is content slash, the data directory is this content slash pet images. So you mention the data directory, and you, after a successful run of this particular line of code, you shall obtain the following, something similar to the following output: class encodings. And what are the class encodings? Class 1, let's just, for instance, in this particular example, cat has been encoded as 0, dog has been encoded as 1. If you had another class, let's say lion would have been encoded 2, or any encoding. So this is something you need to save for future. After that, this is the line of code which will fetch out our TF records. So just two lines of code, this line and this line, and you're good to go. I mean, dataset, in any case you need to obtain your dataset. That doesn't count in the code lines. What counts in the code lines is this line and this line. So two lines of code, you are good to go with your dataset. So in this function call, we have our addresses, we have our labels. We need to mention the output file name, that is mentioned as training whole.tf records, and let's mention an image size 256, 256. And if you did correctly, your data set should I mean, this is something what you should obtain. Your data should start, the function should start writing your data to a TF records file. So the name of, as it says, beginning to write the data to training_whole.tf records, and you can see the progress, how much it has proceeded and how much it is left. In the meanwhile, I can show how you can create split TF records data. So split is even easier, just a single line of code. Do the necessary import. After the necessary import, call the split command. So in the split command, what you need to do is mention the data directory, mention the output file name one, let's say ss train.tf records. Out file 2 name is val.tf records. Split size ratio as, let us say 0.8 as the split size ratio, and image size is 256, 256. So it would take some time. As of now, the first part is about to be completed. Is almost completed. So what you need to do after the first part is completed, you will obtain any part, like for the difference in this part split one, you need not to mention the labels, and you need not to get the address, that is happening behind the scenes. The encoding is obtained, and the same warning that ensure the data is of the following format. You can check the progress of the file. Train TF records has this progress. After it is done, you will obtain a similar message to this. So let us understand the message. So I cannot access the message of this file because it is in progress, but the output would be quite similar to the previous one. What does the previous one say? Your labeled TF record format is this. So you need to save this particular dictionary. You need to save this particular dictionary, and you need to save the image size. So what does the ideal data set would look like for TF records? This is a dataset which I created few month back. This is for 192 cross 192 dimension. The one which we are working on, I demonstrated, is for 256 cross 256, but the working is quite similar. So what does it show? It shows it should have three things mentioned quite clearly: the feature, the dictionary, which I just showed over here, the dictionary, the labels for the corresponding data set, and dimensions. If either of them are missing, or you forget, you believe that your memory wouldn't fade, but unfortunately fades out after some time, you would have to rerun this. However, rerunning isn't quite troublesome with QuickML, but still, why to waste time? So it's a good practice to mention it at a place where there are no chances of losing the same. Now, how to create a data set? This is all about documentation. How do you create a data set? You go over the files. Let us say this is the data set I want to have. So you download the file. After downloading, you go over here, create new data set, give a appropriate title. Let us say cats, dogs, 256 cross 256. Upload the file and toggle it to public, and that's it. And you're good to go. So that's it. That's what you need to know about dataset creation. Thank you and take care. In the next video, I'll show how you can get started with unlabeled data. Take care. Bye.